Hey guys, I'm on the Rockingham rail trail again, starting off in Epping. Now the actual head of the trail is in Newfields, which is like 6 or 7 miles from here. I've been starting from the Epping point though, because it splits off over here, so I wanted to explore different places. But I'm going to kind of backtrack to Newfields. So this is kind of weird. Right off the bat, there's a piece of rail here, but it's a lot smaller than you'd see, for a normal train rail. So I don't know if this was used for something else, as far as maybe some carts that people would push by hand or something for some business here or something, but there are no markings on it. I did look it over and I didn't see anything. It's just kind of laying here, kind of twisted and laying here in the woods. You can see actually how small it is. I'd be interested to find out what exactly that was used for. So through the woods here, I see, a whistle post. Let's check this out. I expected to see it farther back than here. Wow, nice and straight. So far in this rail trail going the other way, I know I commented about that. Most of the whistle posts I've seen have been like this, in very, very good condition for the most part. Now I have seen these before over in Ossipee, and I would normally see 3. I didn't know what they were, and a couple people had commented. It took a while, but a couple people had commented and told me they were called rail holders. So they would just lay spare pieces of rail on these. Seems simple enough. I had thought that in another video I made, because it was railing, a few rails laying right next to it. So I tried to put 2 and 2 together, but I wasn't sure really. But then I had those people tell me that's what it was. So normally I would see 3. So this probably would have been the middle one. I can't really tell. Maybe this was the middle one. But I don't see the third one. So they would put sections of rail, I don't know, whatever, 30 feet or something like that. And they would just sit there on these little concrete forms right here. And I'm assuming these spikes kind of sticking out would just keep them from moving or sliding. Not that they would, they're pretty heavy, but yeah, it's kind of cool to find these here right off. Oh, second whistle post already. So they had 2. I mean, really not that far. You can see the cars going through right there. So 2 whistle posts right in a row. This one's got some chunks taken out of it. Still got the bolts. And I still don't know what those were used for. Did they put some kind of a signage or something there, or a flag? I'm not sure. But yeah, those are 2 pretty close together. Okay, about 10-15 minutes in. Pretty uneventful. You can see you're starting to gain some elevation here for this right of way now. Pretty much dry on both sides. There's some water over this way. I think this gets to a point where I'm going to have water on both sides anyway. Pretty clean. Not a lot of railroad ties. Saw a few that were really rotted. Nothing to speak of there. But yeah, so far the couple of whistle posts, a couple of rail holders is what I've known them to be called. Starting to get some fall colors here. Looking pretty nice. And we'll keep going to the first crossing. All right, coming up on this first junction here. And the second one isn't very far from this, so I'll just keep going to the second one. But yeah, definitely one of the cleanest sections of rail trail I've seen, as far as not a lot of railroad ties or anything like that. Just a lot of wood, trees that have come down, been cut, things like that. I didn't see any whistle posts on this side approaching this, so that's interesting. Sometimes it's possible I missed it. It's funny how I could see the back of the other ones coming this way, but nothing coming this way, so maybe they're gone. Maybe I'll see some coming from there back. I don't know. All right, we'll just cross this road here and see what lies ahead. Okay, so this is the Exeter Road crossing. This can be quite a busy road. I think, yeah, it's Mast Road up ahead. So it's just a short distance to the next crossing, but I'll walk a little bit up that pond over here. Kind of nice. All right, still nothing. If I was gonna see a whistle post for this crossing that way, it'd be down here. They are quite a ways from the crossing, so I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I thought that was a piece of metal. Looks like a brick. Oh, what's that? It's got a star and a B. Anyone know what that is? Let's be careful. Flip it over. No, nothing there. Yeah. Maybe someone could explain that one. And just as I suspected, because the crossing is way up there, so I had to see a whistle post somewhere up here. Only on this side I'm seeing them. Got a little tree leaning on it. Fitting right inside that groove of the W. Pretty cool. And there's another one. See, I've never seen this before, where the whistle posts are so close to each other. Maybe it's because there's multiple crossings. I'll leave that ribbon on it right there. But I just saw one. Maybe they're like a couple hundred yards from each other. They're not far at all. So I'm not sure why that is. That's really the first time I've seen that. All right, this is the next gate. I'm not gonna go too far here because I've already, my next crossing I believe is another 1.5 miles. I don't want to add that onto it today. So I've already been close to 2 miles. So, although it does look nice in here, dark, getting kind of shady there. So, but yeah, I thought that was interesting, seeing those whistle posts like that. There's got to be a reason for that, right? All right, I guess I'll just call it a day here. I already dropped the pin, so when I come from the other way, back this way, I'll know where I'm at. I'm probably going to continue a couple days on the other end of this. This I'm just kind of backtracking to get to the old train station in Newfields, which is now being remodeled. I'm not sure what they're building with it. Maybe a house? I don't know. It looks like a sort of a culvert, maybe. Not sure what that's all about. Yeah, looks like it's kind of filled in on that side too. Yeah, so it's probably another mile or so, but I'm not going to do that today. I'll call it, and yeah, I saw quite a few whistle posts. I see like 4 or 5 of them. I mean, within maybe 2 miles, that's quite a few. Pretty surprised to see that. Oh, here's a tie right here. Can you even see it? Just for kicks, to end the video, let's just see if we got anything interesting here. Dig it out, this stuff out. I'm sure I'll feel the nail if there is one. But right here, it's so rotted. Because I am right on the end, which means the plate would have been, I think, here, which means the nail would have been over here if it was on this end. And there actually is one. You gotta be kidding me. So that looks like, is that a 43? Let me turn around over here. I have to step in some mud here or something, I don't know. Let me see what that, yeah, it is. And I don't have a 43. And there is something about this, the 42, at least one of the 42s I have were really small, has a small head like this. And this one actually is moving. Look at this. See, now I have a 42 like that. It's a way shorter and the head is way smaller. I'll have to check and see about the other 42s. I've seen the pictures, because for some reason I think the 42s and 43s are just overall smaller, and I don't know why. See, that time you saw me just pull it right out. It seems solid, but it's really not. Oh, that's actually a good way to end the video. So, hey, I've got a 43, and I guess we'll talk more about that, why some of these were made smaller, because I don't know, did they think they were saving metal during wartime or something, and why would it be those 2 years? I don't know. I might have some pictures of other 42s, but I don't think I'm going to be able to tell just from that. But I do know a 42 I have is like this. It's very short, and the head is very small. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Take care.